I'm Simon and I'm a chef with UKHarvest, the food rescue charity.
Hi, and I'm Roger and we are social distancing. So Simon, what are we making today?
So today, Roger, we're going to do homemade pizzas and we're going to do a garlic and herb pizza dough, pizza bread type thing as well. Great to do with the kids, really easy, really simple. 300 grams self-raising flour, 300 ml of natural yogurt, and then a teaspoon and a little squidge of bicarb. That's all we're going to be putting in our dough. Okay, so I've taken my wedding ring off, I've washed my hands, we're ready to go. First things first, guys. Turn your oven on, it needs to be set to 200 degrees, and you need your baking trays in so that when we do the dough, it doesn't all stick to the bottom of your tray. Okay, big mixing bowl, Roger.
Lovely.
Really easy. Flour, 300 grams, self-raising, don't forget. A teaspoon and a bit of baking powder, or bicarb, and then 300 mils of natural yogurt. We put all of that straight into the bowl. This is great for kids. My 4-year-old loves doing this. This is a bit for mum and dad, or mum or dad. Start it off so that your child doesn't get covered in it or throw flour all over your kitchen. Okay, so we'll just start that off by mixing it all around, bringing it all together. As you can see, we're getting it, it's starting to form that dough that we really wanted. And this is where you can get the kids involved now. And all we're going to do, take it off the spoon. And we're just going to bring it all together, folding all the flour through so that we get a nice, even consistency. Now, if it gets a little bit too wet, don't worry, because each flour that you buy, every flour is different with the absorbency. So just have a little bit of flour around if it gets too wet. Bring all that together until we get a nice ball. Come off the fingers. A little bit more flour, just a pinch. Straight over the top. Because what we want to be able to do in a second is roll this out onto the surface to make sure that our pizzas are going to be round or square, up to you, but our pizza bread is going to be of an even thickness throughout. So that is just about there.
It's looking very dough-like already.
It is, and what should happen if you just roll it round a little bit with not much touch in it, as in not much pressure, your hands very quickly haven't got that much left on them. And that's our dough. So what we're going to do next, we're going to split our dough. We want half of it to be left in the bowl because that's going to make our garlic pizza bread, and the other half we're going to bring over, put onto our lightly floured surface, and we're going to split that to make me and Roger's pizzas. So we're just going to roll so it's nice and dry to work with, split again into two. And whilst I do this, Roger, do you mind making the flavouring for the pizza dough?
Yeah, not a problem.
What we're going to need, garlic, olive oil, mixed herbs. So you've got about a tablespoon of olive oil, you've got a teaspoon of mixed herbs, and you've got 1 to 1.5 cloves of garlic, nicely chopped. They just need to be all mixed together so that we can put that through so that we can make our garlic pizza bread.
So here, Simon, here's your garlic mix.
Thanks very much, lovely. All we're going to do with that in a second is put it in with our dough, knead it and roll it. What we need though is we really need the tomato sauce made to go on the top of our pizzas, because a pizza with no tomato sauce isn't that great. Can I ask you to do that for me, Roger? Is that alright?
No problem.
Fab.
Okay, for the pizza sauce, we've got a tin of drained chopped tomatoes. We've got a couple of cloves of garlic, half an onion, finely diced, and then finally a teaspoonful of mixed herbs. I'm just going to put that all into a bowl and give it a good old blitz.
Okay, so I've kneaded the dough, I've got all of that garlic, all of that herb in there. What we're going to do now, onto a floured surface again, make sure that it's nice, and then all that we're going to do is, on the rolling pin, which is also floured, we're just going to roll it out so that it's about a centimetre and a half thick. Keep turning it so that we make sure that we're level all the way round. God, the herbs through this smell great, Roger.
Oh, superb. Smell that garlic.
It's gonna be good. Okay, I think we're near enough there, and then all we've got to do now is put it on one of our really hot trays and put it in the oven. So our garlic pizza bread there, it's had 3 minutes. Nice, it's not stuck, which is really good. And now what we need to do is flick it over. Big spatula or a palette knife or anything, go careful, it is warm. We'll just flick that one over like that. And that now goes back into the oven just to finish itself off. Okay, let's get our garlic bread out. It's had its second cook, 3 minutes on each side, don't forget. God, that's looking good. And we're just going to bring that straight out, and it slides straight off. And there we are, garlic and herb pizza bread. So all I've done with the dough, I've rolled it into a ball and I'm just stretching it and pressing it with my fingers. This is why it's so good to do with kids. It's all touchy-feely. And what we want is we want two of them to look similar, which can't be the same. And then all we're going to do, we're just going to put a little bit of a lip all the way around the edge. Just squeeze it between your fingers. And that is there so that our pizza topping, that lovely juicy tomato pizza topping, isn't going to leak all over our oven or all over our fingers. They need to be cooked for 3 minutes before we can top them. So we just gently, oh God, this is really good. If you get any little holes like that, just squeeze them back together. Not going to be an issue. That one can come on as well. And then that goes into our 200-degree oven, 3 minutes, then we can top them. So our pizza bases have had their 3 minutes. We're just going to pull those out now. Oh, they're looking great.
Okay, so spread the tomato sauce that we made earlier all over the pizza. Don't worry about the small little hole, that being significant later. But just get a decent covering of the tomato sauce right the way over the whole thing, ready to top it off. Okay, for the small one, I'm going to make a meaty pizza. So I'm just going to put a scattering of sliced sausage, randomly placed. Oops. Next, a little bit of pineapple. Next, a few scatterings of olives. And finally, a little sprinkle of cheese. It can be any cheese, mozzarella, cheddar, whatever takes your fancy. So that's the meaty one finished. Okay, for the next one, we'll do a veggie one. So we'll have a few peppers, dotted around, freely placed. We'll have some sweet corn, little scattering around. A few mushrooms. Chopped up earlier. A little bit of onion and a little bit of chilli. Lovely. And that's, oh, actually, just top it off with a little bit more cheese. There she is. All ready to go.
Thanks for that, Roger. Another couple of tons of food rescued. They look superb. All we've got to do now, get them back in the oven. Okay, so our pizzas have had about 3.5, 4 more minutes. Let's see what we've got. Let's see how they look. Oh, look at that.
Oh, they smell amazing.
So basically, just look for the dough just to go a little bit brown and crispy on the outside. Straight under with our spatula. Oh, look at that. That was some of that garlic bread, chef. That is going to taste amazing. Okay, Roger, there you have it. 2 pieces of pizza for you, some garlic pizza dough. Let's tuck in. It's lunchtime.
Fantastic. Thank you, Simon.
Oh, that's good. That is good.
Lovely.
I'm a happy man.
Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, one more thing, Simon.
Oh, wedding ring. Let's not leave that one off. There we go.
Good.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.